Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Monique, speech number 3 today, which is the speech Get to the Point. And the purpose of the speech is that it have a clear general purpose, which can be to inform, persuade, entertain, or inspire, and a specific purpose. The speech is to be organized in a manner that best achieves these purposes. The beginning, body, and conclusion should all tie into and reinforce the purposes. So I was primarily focusing on what is the purpose of the speech as Monique came up, and the first thing she did was she had a visual aid immediately, and that got my attention. Oh, the purpose of the speech has something to do with the knife, and as she's describing the knife a little bit, it's a speech to inform. But then when she got into the stars, she said, maybe it's not a speech to inform as much as it is a speech to entertain. And actually, I think what Monique did in one speech is both. She informed us about the knife, but I think the real message there was the entertainment that she gave us with the stories, and the fact that she forced us to listen to the stories because she said, you're going to vote on these at the end, so you better pay attention to the stories. She didn't say it that way, but that was the message. And that was a good technique. I'll have to remember to do that the next time I give a speech as a similar sort of organization. So you entertained us as well as informed us, and if the reason for the speech, the general purpose was simply to inform about the knife, I think that was fairly minimal, but the specific purpose of telling us stories about your life and entertaining us with these stories and having us listen to them, then you definitely succeeded beyond any expectation of accomplishing that as a specific purpose. So again, they were kind of tied together, but one could have been done without the other. You could have talked more about the knife and not told any stories, I suppose, and it would have come through okay. Wouldn't have been as exciting a speech, but it would have fit the manual assignment. Or you could have just told stories without anything to do with the knife, and you still would have accomplished it. But you blended them together in a very unique way. The one thing that I would have suggested as I sat back and thought about the way you organized a speech, I think at the beginning you gave the knife a little bit of a short shrift. I think if you could have described it more, flunked out a few more of the little knickknacks that are in the knife and explained what they were for. But you got rid of the knife pretty quick because you wanted to get onto the stories. And then when you were into the story, I was thinking, is this going to be about the knife? Because eventually it was. But I think if you built the knife up a little more at the beginning and then wove the knife into the story a little more as you went along, it would have been even more effective than it was. And it was an effective speech. I also liked your conclusion, your last statement to the effect that this is why you never want to be without your letterman. It was a good wrap-up of the message that you were trying to convey. So excellent job with this, and I look forward to your next speech, Mr. Toastmaster.